soup which is comforting and creamy and delicious, and this one has an added sweetness as well because we're using a very seasonal festive parsnip in this recipe. So this is my creamy parsnip and apple soup. I think you're going to love it. We're making it under pressure in the Ninja Foodi, so of course it's really easy and quick to do. It's a perfect lunchtime warmer for this colder weather that we're getting right now. So I really hope you enjoy the recipe. Don't forget to hit the like button for me. If you want the full written recipe, it's over on my website, www.susannaskitchen.uk. And also don't forget to subscribe if you're new here. Thank you for joining me, and let's go and make it. To make my creamy apple and parsnip soup using the Ninja Foodi, we're going to start off on sear and saute and add around 25 grams of butter in there. Let that start melting and add around a tablespoon of vegetable oil. Now we want to cook the onions and the parsnips. So we've got 2 medium onions here, which I have chopped up fairly finely. And then I've got parsnips going in there as well. 550 grams of parsnips, which have been peeled and chopped into roughly kind of 2 centimetre cubes. Doesn't have to be all that accurate, but let's get those starting to cook in the bottom there. So I want to give those probably 10-15 minutes, I would say, in the bottom of the pot on the sear and saute, and we just really want to soften down those onions. This is going to go under pressure, this soup, so I just wanted to really soften down the onions. Just think it really helps with the flavour if you do take the time to do this first. Then we can start adding in the other ingredients. So I've got here around 20 grams of fresh ginger, which I've diced up. I love the warmth in ginger. I think it's really nice in a soup. Adds a little kick as well. And then I'm just crushing in 2 cloves of garlic. And here goes the second one. Oh, it's tough, this. And then I want to add some thyme into here as well. Around a teaspoon, I think, will be nice. So let's give that another good stir. That is starting to smell really nice. Now we've got that garlic and the ginger in there. I think the parsnip and apple is a really great combination in this soup. So there we go. That is the first stage done. Now I'm using Bramley apples here, and I've got 450 grams, which was around 3 large Bramley apples. I've left those nice and chunky because this is going to get cooked under pressure. There you go. And now the last thing to add into this is my stock. I've chosen a vegetable stock in here, and I've got 800 millilitres. Let's close the lid, turn off the sear and saute, and let's get it under pressure. So everything's in the pot. We had the butter, the vegetable oil to start with, 2 onions, 550 grams of parsnips, 2 garlic cloves, 20 grams of ginger, 450 grams of Bramley apples, a teaspoon of thyme, and 800 millilitres of stock. So let's go over here onto pressure cook. Blimey, I've got food everywhere. My Ninja needs a good clean now. I've made such a mess. Been doing loads of recipes today. We are gonna cook this on high with a quick release, and I'm gonna go with 15 minutes. So my soup is all blended, so I'm going to pop this back into the Ninja pot. Let's try and get all of that out. We don't want to waste any of that. By using my Ninja blender, it is beautifully smooth. You can use a stick blender as well to do this. Just obviously be very careful of your Ninja pot because you do not want to scratch it and remove the non-stick on there. But this is a gorgeously creamy, rich, it's thick as well. It is so, so nice. So what you can do now is you can put that on to sear and saute just to heat that through. But what I like to also do with mine is season it, because I didn't add any seasoning earlier and I've given it a taste and I did feel like it needs some seasoning. I quite like a lot of black pepper in this recipe, but you can add what you want, taste as you go along. It's really got a beautiful sweetness, this soup. It's a little bit different, this one, which is what I like about it. Then I add some cream in. You can add dairy-free cream if you want to. Around 100 mils, I would say, should be about right. Obviously, if you're finding your soup is a little bit too thick for your liking, you can just add a little bit more stock, water, and you know that will loosen it. The cream does loosen it up as well because obviously it was quite thick to start with. So just by adding that cream, you're changing the consistency. So let's grab a spoon and give that a little taste. All right, now we've got that seasoning in there. And you can see how thick it is. Oh yeah, that's better. I love that. If you like parsnips, you're going to absolutely adore this soup. And it's so easy.